What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We're going to pull up the EMA ribbon here, put it in log, because we've actually had a very bullish cross, and I didn't notice that until today. I was looking at this, and it's a very bullish maneuver that we did, right? We broke above the ribbon, pulled back to it for the cross, and then found support off of it. Not only do we find support off of the ribbon itself as it's crossing, but we found support on this 123, this green line here, this 123 moving average, an area that we found support before. We even found a little bit of support here and then confirmed it as resistance and moved down. Found resistance here, closing support right here. We found support on it back here, resistance on it here, resistance, support, support. We even found support here, disrespected it a little bit to be completely fair, but we consolidated right below it and then broke out, right? Tipped it right there for support. I think it's an area that is relatively significant, and we're showing significance on it now. So I think this could be a big deal, both with the 123 and the ribbon itself having a very bullish cross. From a high to a low point here, we have found support on the 618 as well, just correlating with that area as well. A very bullish look indeed. The next area that we need to break is about $71,173. If we break this 886, you guys, it's on to prices above 80K, 90K, and probably even beyond that. Like, I'm talking about 120K or more. 120K might seem crazy. This 2618 might seem crazy, but let's tone down the crazy a little bit, right? Let's see if we can make this seem legitimate. Let's take the high point to the low point of our last consolidation phase, right? This was that January ETF approval for Bitcoin, right? January craze. We had the SEC getting hacked, and we had the fake approval, and then like 2 days later it actually got approved, or a day later, I forget how long it took. High to low, we went all the way up to our 2618 right there. Boom, 2618 of that move. And that's not just a random high to low, that is the high of this consolidation phase, our most relative consolidation phase before moving into this one here. Moving up right there. It's a very discernible phase, this high to this low, right? High to low, 2618, resistance, several times resistance. Not impressed? All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Here's our last consolidation phase before that, right? Consolidation phase, little one. Here's our big one, right? The really big, boring one at the beginning of the bull market. High here to low here. Whenever we moved up to our next consolidation phase, it was the 2618 that stopped us right there. And if it wasn't for that ETF listing pump that we had, that little like fake pump, that fake out, we probably would have held this 2618 pretty damn well. So consolidation phase, high to low, hit the 2618. The next consolidation phase, high to low, we hit the 2618. I'm going to pull it back up there. I know we just had it on there, but come on now. Hit the 2618. If we were to just repeat history a third time, from a high to a low of this consolidation phase, come on now, you know you want to. Oh, so close. Why is it not letting me? There we go. We would be at, come on, man, $124,000. The technical minimum expected areas would be 80.6K to $90,000 itself. That's why I keep drawing a box here. But this is an area worth mentioning. Something else that's worth mentioning is that doesn't mean that's where it's going to stop, right? High to low here, it didn't stop here. It was a midway point on a greater move overall. This could be the midway point on a greater move overall, and I very much think that it will be. I think that sometime in Q1, potentially in January or February of next year, we might be knocking on the door of $200,000, anywhere from like $180,000 to like $220,000. I think we could be there in Q1 of next year, so I'm expecting a hell of a bullish finish to this year and a nice bullish start to next year. I think a lot of people will be calling for the bull market to be over at that point. Potentially they'll be right, potentially they'll be wrong. I don't think that we're going to have I don't think the bull market's going to be terminated at that point. I don't think that we'll be starting the bear. I think we'll just consolidate kind of like we have here since March, right? From March till July, we were literally moving down. We're still in this phase going into August probably, right? So we can consolidate for a hell of a long time and still show tremendous strength in a short amount of time afterwards, and that's kind of what I'm expecting. I think a lot of people will get thrown off because a lot of people are making the call for like $100,000 to $200,000 to be the top. That's kind of been the call for the majority of this cycle. I think it would throw a lot of people off if it wasn't the top and we continue to go higher. But however, maybe that is the area that we top off at. We'll have signals and we'll have things to go over once we're there that could suggest that. But if we see things that suggest strength, suggest consolidation, suggest that we have more to go, we'll talk about that too. I'm just calling. I'm personally expecting that we will have more to go, just based on other factors besides price. I'm thinking about time frames too, but we're not going to go over that now. Yeah, the daily RSI looks very bullish. The 4-hour RSI looks very bullish as well. You might pull back today a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. You might not. I mean, you're knocking on the door of that overbought area. Perhaps you do pierce through that from a high to a low. If TradingView would work for me, why does it do that, man? It's like I'm not like flinching at the last moment. It just does that all the time. I'm sure I wonder if anybody else has the same issue. It's like you let go and then it moves. If nobody else has that issue, then it is me, but I don't think it is. Broke through the 618, closed above the 886 already. I would bet that we're going to see 70K over the next week or so. If not by the end of this month, starting the first week of August, I think that we will see 70K. But honestly, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be – we've got plenty of time left in the month. I think we'll do that over the coming days. So maybe not tomorrow, maybe not today, but perhaps sometime early next week we're up in this area and then moving on up. And that's all I got to say. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.